Hello everyone, and welcome back to Subnautica. Do you like my prawn suit poster? I found it in the Aurora. I never noticed till now that there's a guy actually inside of it on that poster. So, like I said last time, I made all of this tech equipment. I also found a whole lot of batteries while I was out in the Aurora, but I have fiber mesh and a wiring kit on me. And the reason why I have fiber mesh and a wiring kit is because I need to replace my helmet with a rebreather. So we'll go ahead and create this. The reason you need a rebreather is because oxygen efficiency is lowered at lower depths of the ocean. So that's why I need it. And we're going to be going a bit deep today. Go ahead and stash that helmet. But that's not all. I also need to listen to the radio. And this should be taking me out to an area that's pretty deep in the ocean.
Land pre-recorded distress call.
This is Officer Keen in Life Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to get to that wreck at another moment. Mostly because I plan to come back to this biome later to build a base. This is the sparse reef here that I'm in. I'll be making great use of that wrecked hunk of the ship soon. But for now, I just want to focus on LifePod 19 here, because not only is there a data box right next to it, but there's also a couple of key PDA entries. There's also a ton of valuable fabrication materials around here. So
New blueprint acquired.
ultra high capacity tank. That's fantastic. I'm gonna need that. Abandoned PDA.
Signal
All right.
location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA. Integrating new PDA data.
LifePod 19, Second Officer Keen's crew log. To all crew, if you are reading this, then you have followed the automatic distress signal broadcast by this LifePod's onboard computer, contrary to my orders. I have been forced to evacuate. Your orders are to disregard my safety and attempt to reach the designated rendezvous coordinates at the nearest landmass. I hope to see you there. Gel sac. These organic structures grow on cave walls. The purple sacs, which arise from the surface, contain a low-density gel laced with spores. These burst from time to time, floating towards the surface and attaching onto the next rock face they encounter. While the gel sac is edible, its low density renders it an invaluable advanced construction material. Assessment: edible aerogel construction applications.
30 seconds.
Okay. Let's not read that right now. How about we just fly back to the? Yeah, there we go. Whew. Okay.
Ruby. A hard blood-red gemstone made of aluminum oxide. Rubies may be processed in order to leverage their structural integrity in advanced vehicle construction and modification. Assessment: essential for advanced fabrication.
Integrating new PDA data.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in. This is Keen. Life Pod detached to OK planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain!
I think I found all of the... Holy moly! I forgot that was down here. It's almost like rediscovering. We are getting into... This is the first clue about the larger mystery at hand. Also, for those of you who are more aware of this game, I'm not picking up any of the time capsules because it's possible for there to be spoilers and whatnot and things that break the progression of the game. Alien vent. Alright. Alright, what do we... What the... Oh, God, another fighter! Okay, okay. I'm just going back to the sea moth.
Alien vent. These vents connect to an ancient piping network that extends beyond maximum scannable depth. The pumping system is still functional. The inflow vent is drawing water from the surrounding area and pumping it to an unknown location below the surface. Warm, deoxygenated water is being expelled into the atmosphere. Most creatures are avoiding the vents. Peepers can be observed entering and exiting the piping network without signs of distress. Assessment? Further research required.
Jeez, the hull of this thing really is going to need a patch job. Okay, so I'm done with the sparse reef as far as I can remember anything. Anyway, I don't think that there's anything left down there. Now it's up to the floating island immediately above it and the rendezvous coordinates that... I mean, if there were any survivors, they would be showing up here, but the computers confirmed to us there are no human life signs left on this planet. I am the only one. So, actually, small interesting bit of information. If you look into the extended lore, you were basically the chief janitor. Imagine that, the sole survivor. Alright, what do we have on this PDA?
Integrating new PDA data.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keane, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class Predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keen. Out.
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Ooh, this looks special. And ho. Not the first one here, clearly. Alright, what do we have here? A lantern tree.
Lantern tree. A conglomeration of individual vines which rely on one another for structural support. Grows exclusively on fertile land. Each vine produces orange, lantern-shaped fruits with minimal nutritional and hydration value. Assessment? Edible in an emergency.
Okay, I don't want to be bit by one of those biters the minute that... God, I hate those little things. Where are you? I can hear you. They run up and they nip me and then they run away.
Marble melon plant. This plant collects water from the air rather than relying on its root system, and produces large fleshy fruits which are both edible and have atypically high water content. Assessment? Edible. High water content.
Maybe I'll be able to actually get this scan in without being bothered.
Chinese potato plant. The Chinese potato is common throughout the China territories, where synthetic foods are still stigmatized, and there remain large arable tracts of land on which to grow fresh produce. Genetically designed prior to the expansion, this plant is highly adaptable to different environments, and a staple of new colonies galaxy-wide. Assessment? Edible.
New blueprint acquired.
I absolutely love how long it will take for that enormously earth-shattering discovery sound to play sometimes after I scan something. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, whenever I scan this... Oh, you little... Oh my... I hate these things. They run away constantly. They're so annoying. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this multi-purpose room, since they came out with the sequel Below Zero, when you scan this, you should get the, like, obscenely large room.
New blueprint acquired.
Purple tablet. Oh yeah, sure enough, the large room right there you can see. Okay, so this is clearly alien in design. What do we have here?
Integrate new PDA data.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Integrating new PDA data.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
Integrating new PDA data.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bart, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
New blueprint acquired.
You know what? We'll skip that and do this first.
Integrating new PDA data.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators. Fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship. And your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Integrating new PDA data.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, Well, there's always the view.
Okay, so just go ahead and take a dive off of this rock, and get back into the sea moth, and head home. I don't think that I've missed anything on this island here. Oh man, there's so much that I can do now. So many blueprints that I can synthesize, but that'll have to wait until next time. I'll see you all later.